£700 million, 4 people sent to Rwanda, and the BBC still dare to call it a deterrent. If that doesn't make your blood boil, it should, because we've been scammed. You know, I genuinely don't understand how the BBC keeps a straight face when they push this Rwanda nonsense, like it's some kind of miracle policy. If anyone with half a brain could see it was doomed from the start. Let's just get this straight. People are risking their lives on overcrowded dinghies, crossing freezing waters, knowing full well they might die. And the government at the time thought that threatening to send 1%, yes, 1% of arrivals to Rwanda was going to make them think twice. Out of 300 people that Rwanda could actually take. Come on, give me a break. £700 million of taxpayers' money for nothing. No deterrent, no reduction in crossings, nothing but global laughingstock and multiple breaches of international law. And yet, here we are, the BBC parroting this idea like it's a valid argument because the Tories, who literally called an election to avoid their own embarrassment, are still clinging to the fantasy that Rwanda worked. If 84,000 people crossed the channel while the scheme was on the books, that's not a deterrent. That's an expensive PR stunt. It didn't work, it never could, and pretending otherwise is just shameful.
OK, but last week we heard that so far this year 25,000 migrants have crossed the channel. That's a record number, isn't it? And we heard here on Breakfast a bit earlier from Tony Smith, who's a former Director General of the UK Border Force. He said that what you also need to do is have a stronger deterrent scheme in operation. Maybe something like the Rwanda scheme might have put people off coming across the channel.
Well, it didn't, did it?
Well,
the
it didn't
Rwanda
start.
scheme didn't deter anybody.
You cancelled it.
No, the Rwanda scheme didn't deter anybody from coming over. When the Rwanda scheme was first mooted, the then government said even mooting it, even saying we're going to do this, would stop people coming across. 84,000 people came across the channel while the Rwanda scheme was in law. It is not and was not a deterrent.
But the numbers have gone up since you cancelled it.
£700 to send 4 volunteers to Rwanda. I don't call that a deterrent and I don't call it a positive policy.
But the numbers have gone up since you cancelled the scheme.
There is no easy one-step solution to this. It's a complex problem. It's been allowed to take hold of our borders for 6 years. We are now using intelligence, diplomatic agreements, cross-government, cross-jurisdiction agreements to deal with what is a vile trade in human beings and exploitation. This extra money will make a real step change in our efforts to do that, which is why it's being announced today.
And this is the real problem, because the same party that burnt 700 million on a sham Rwanda scheme is still out there pretending they've got all the answers. You can just watch this Tory shadow minister lose the plot when he gets a slight bit of pushback, which you can see in the video that's on screen now. Thanks for watching, don't forget to hit that like button, and I'll see you next time.